watched the tutorial on how to get started, you've made your outline, you've picked your fabric pieces, you have then chalked and pinned, and then you've checked with your teacher so that at step 6 that your fabric pieces are pinned together properly, meaning that when you look at it, so I'm going to show you here, when you look at it and you flip it to the other side, you don't have a pin where the green is the only fabric here and not the blue. So the goal is that you have 2 pieces to sew and you're not missing one of them either. So the next step after you check it is step 7 is to cut out your shape. So when you cut them out, you want to kind of bubble cut around your piece. You want to make sure that you cut a little bit wider. That helps you for sewing in the next step. And that way, if you want to keep it this width, in order to stuff it, think of how much you would sew. Sewing would probably make it small, but if you cut a little bit further, you might end up with this shape. So that is our next step, is cutting, and then we'll begin learning how to sew. Okay, so when you go to cut, you don't need any fancy scissors. You can just use the scissors that are at your table. And what you'll notice is if you try to cut in the front with the scissors, like your fabric here and you close, you're not going to get anywhere. You need to focus on where you have the most pressure, where you're the strongest, and that will always be in the back. So again, don't cut too close to your pins. You want to make a little bit of a wider cut around. So again, we're bubble cutting. So you just cut, slide, go all the way to the back of your scissors here, and then turn. Don't worry if it's not your best cutting. Okay? You just kind of go around, bubble cutting around your entire project. Put your scraps to the side. Don't let them fall on the ground. Now looking here is probably not the shape that I want. I want it a little bit more dramatic, so I'm going to trim back here. Put my scraps there. It looks here like my pin is coming undone. You might have some of that happening, so just go back and fix that. Now, to get into this corner, you can rotate and just go in to get that fabric that way. Whatever is easier for you. Again, I'm making sure all my scraps are in one nice pile. They're not in my way, so they're not underneath as I'm spinning this and falling on the floor. Keep them away from your work area. Now, if you're realizing that if you have wings and you can't really see the part, like here, this goes in and out, when I stitch that, that's fine and I can see it then. But if it's too difficult, we can always then at the end go in and add details with gluing on some fabric to get that indentation that you want, or using the permanent marker to get those marks or make it look like the wings that you're looking for. Once you're done, what I want you to do in the back room by the other felt boxes, you're going to take all of your scraps and you're going to put them in one of the cardboard boxes. We are going to use these scraps later for mixing and matching, adding on the features for your project, as well as, if you want hair and different things sticking off of it, we can either sew or we can glue those pieces on. So that's what I would like you to do, and then let's move on to step number 8, which is threading and using a needle. The first thing that you'll need to do is to go to the back room, and you're going to take out 1 arm length of thread, and then you're going to double thread the knot. So I'm going to have the video for you next.